Hello juniors, and welcome to this week's episode of your senior project video series. Today's goal is to learn all about Section D, My Evidence, and Section E, My Stretch. After today's video, you will have a little quiz which you can find on the senior project website. We're going to give you specific information on how to find it at the end of this video in case you forgot. The quiz is only 5 simple questions just to see what you've learned during the video. Remember, we will be selecting 10 juniors as winners this week, and they will also be entered in the drawing for those bigger prizes at the end of the term. So be sure to take the quiz and see if you can be a winner. All right, here we go. So far, we have learned about Section A, My Idea, Section B, My Learning, and Section C, My Plan. Now we are going to turn to Section D, My Evidence. This section is a detailed list of the documentation you will collect as you work on your project. These are the items you will bring with you to senior defense, and you will also put many of them into your online portfolio, which you will create before spring break of senior year. Remember that all projects require specific components of documentation to be included. Every single project requires 5 video clips showing the student at work on all phases of the project, 15 different photos, again showing the student in each photo at work on various parts of the project. It's really important to show the beginning, middle, and end of the project, not just the beginning and the end. That's where students tend to run into trouble. All students will also have a consultant evaluation that their consultant completes. Most students will also have one client evaluation. Some will have more, such as baking and cooking, as well as cosmetology and barbering. And most projects will also have audience evaluations. Fitness is the exception. For a fitness project, you do not have a client, nor do you have audience evaluations. All projects will have some form of evidence of learning, such as notes, vocabulary and definitions, evidence of practice and progression. Many projects have a log or journal, such as an athlete's log, an editor's journal, or a chef's journal for baking and cooking, as well as cookbook. All projects will have a final product or performance at the end. The best thing you can do to find out what is required for your project is to go to the senior project website and click on Specific Project Guidelines. Click on your category and it will open up the guidelines for that category. Scroll down, usually towards the end of that first page or beginning of the second page, you see the exact documentation that is required for your category. If it says it's required for that category, it must be listed on your proposal to get approved. The next section of the proposal is Section E, which is called My Stretch. The goal of this section is for you to show the judges why you want to do this project, what you will learn during the course of this project, and most importantly, why it is a challenge for you and how it is new to you. So remember, with the senior project, you cannot select something that you've already been doing. For example, if you've already been learning to play piano for the last 5 years, learning to play a piano song cannot be your project. If you've already been on the soccer team for a few years, learning advanced soccer techniques would probably not be a suitable project for you. It doesn't mean we can't use something that you're involved in as an inspiration for the project, but just continuing to do something you're already doing is not enough of a stretch or challenge. So in this section, you want to shoot for 5 to 8 sentences that give the judges a clear picture of the challenge that you're facing. And ideally, what excited you or inspired you that made you want to select this project. Now that we've gone over Section A, B, C, D, and E, we want to remind you to be working on this proposal on your own time. Hopefully you're having 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes in advisory each week to work on it little by little. It will be due toward the end of October, and we will be submitting in an advisory class all at the same time. Therefore, it is critical that you're working on it each week. Try not to fall behind. Remember, if you need help, come see me or Mrs. Meredith in room 140A or room 50. Our hours of availability are always posted on the door if you forget. You do not need to email us in advance to come talk to us. Now it's time to go to the Senior Project website by going to the Helix homepage and clicking on the Students tab for the student links. Go down and find the link for the Class of 2019 Junior Advisory videos. Once you're there, you will simply find today's date You will see this video listed, and underneath you will see a link to the quiz. It's only 5 questions, and if you've been paying attention, you shouldn't have any trouble. Be sure to check your email. I always email the winners by Friday of that week. So check your email, come see us if you need any help, and try to get done so we can start off with the next section of the proposal next week. Thank you very much for your attention, and we'll be checking in with you next week.